Mark Sarazano, registered piano technician, howtotunepianos.com, internationalpianotechnicianschool.com. So the statement that you should never bend the pin is controversial because a lot of high-level technicians, that's what they do. They will bend the pin a little bit. Now, the reason why it works, in my opinion, is that the tuning pin actually sits in the hole, either higher or lower. In other words, if this is the hole, the tuning pin kind of moves, in the direction of the string. It can sit either low in the hole or higher in the hole. And if you move the pin, it'll stay there. Now, some people might think, well, no, the pin will always go to the bottom of the hole if it does indeed slide around. So I've created this experiment to prove that the pin does slide in a hole and will stay there. So the first thing you do, we have muted off 2 strings, so we're just listening to 1. The first thing you do is you take something soft and you press down on the speaking length, making sure that the pitch is lowered. In other words, we want the string to slide into the speaking length. So how we do that is we measure the string before we slide it. This is like minus 9 cents. And now you take your soft thing, whatever it is, and you press down. Now it's minus 11. Okay, then you hit it 3 times hard, and now the string should come back a little. It's still minus 11. So I really want that to go lower than that. So I'm going to press a little harder. Hopefully I don't break the string. Now it's minus 15. And it's minus 11. Okay, so now we record that. Remember it, minus 11. Now you take, I'm using a screwdriver. The ends have been filed so they're soft, so they won't damage the string. And then you go to the non-speaking length. If you can get under the string, you can pry it up, but this one I can't. So I'm just going to put it between the first and second string, because we're measuring the first, and twist. So it's at minus 11, and now I'm going to twist. Now it's up to like plus 10. Now I let go. And it's gone back to minus 11. Hit it 3 times hard. It's back to minus 11. So the first experiment left the string at minus 11. The second one is leaving it at minus 11. Now, we're talking about the tuning pin in the pinhole. We haven't even touched the tuning pin. This is the difference between the string sliding forward, then coming back on its own, then being hit hard and coming back, and then the string being pulled this way, letting it go back on its own, and then hitting it hard. The difference is 0 cents. What that means is that the friction at this A graph is very low, because usually the amount is 5 cents. There's usually a difference of 5 cents. Now these strings have been lubricated, and it would make it very difficult to get a good stability on this piano, and it is not the easiest thing to get, and that's part of the reason, because there's not enough friction. You need the friction to keep the string from slipping. So now let's find out if the pin is actually slipping in the hole forward and backward. So what we do is we'll take the pin. We got a measurement of minus 11, and now we're going to bend the pin towards the string. Now we're down to like minus 30. Now we let go. It's minus 13. 3 hard blows. Still minus 13. Now, right away, we know that there's an issue here, because if that pin had come all the way back to where it was, then the hard blows should have put it at minus 11, and it didn't. Now let's lift the string, put the pin towards me. Now we're up to like minus 7, minus 3. Now let go. Minus 8, hard blows. Minus 9. So when we put the pin that way, it comes back to minus 13. When we put the pin this way, it goes back to minus 9. There's a difference. Where's that difference coming from? It's not coming from the string, because we just did the test on the string and there's 0 cents difference. With the pin is sitting down low in the hole or sitting high in the hole. And it's not coming back to the very beginning. Why? Because there's friction in the hole that's keeping the pin where it is. Now the technical term for the position of the pin, depending on how it got there, being different, is called hysteresis. It's a scientific term that means the state of a system depends on its history. So I hope that this helps you understand that when you're doing a little massage, or as Dan Levitan calls it, tilting, that the pin is actually sliding in the hole. And you know, it makes sense, because I used to we talk about bending the pin, and it always didn't make sense to me that first of all, why would a pin bend when it's made of steel compared to the wood of the plate bushing or the pin block? I mean, the wood is a lot more flexible than steel. So this sort of shows why this is happening. The pin is moving in the hole front to back, and it's the wood that's either there's actually physical, the hole is actually oval, or the wood itself is kind of like compressing and expanding and changing shape, much like memory foam does, you know? Like you can press on it and it'll stay there, and then you let go and it comes back. So we're not sure why this is happening. What we do know is that according to these experiments, the pin must be moving in the hole. I hope that helps. Okay, so this presentation is going to try and explain what I think is going on with the pin bending in the hole. So consider the tuning pin, the A graph on a grand, the pin block, and the plate here, and the string going through the A graph. We can see the pin in the pin block. Now consider a spot on the string. Now we're going to take something and press down on the speaking length. That's going to cause the string to slip to the right, and the pitch will drop. Now when you let go of that string, the string will slip back, but not all the way. Then you hit it 3 times, the string may continue to slip back or not. And then what you do is you measure that pitch and record it. Now we're going to apply pressure to the non-speaking length. That'll cause the string to slip to the right, to the left here. The pitch will rise, let go, the string slips back to the right. A couple of hard blows will settle it down. And now we'll record that pitch. Now the difference between those 2 pitches is due to the string hysteresis, that the state of the string depends on what happened before, how it got there. And that difference is about 5 cents. Now let's add some pin bending. So if we bend the pin to the right here, bending it down, or tilting it down, as Dan Levitan prefers to say, the string will slip to the right and the pitch will drop. Now when you let go, the pin will come back and the string will slip back to the left. And the question is, does the pin actually come back to its original position? Well, we're going to find out. Now a couple of hard blows will settle the string and may cause it to go back and slip some more or not. Then you're going to take the pin and we bend it or tilt it after recording the pitch. Sorry, got to measure and record the pitch. Now you take that pin and you tilt it up, or you tilt it so it's raising pitch, in this case to the left. That's going to cause that string to slip to the left through the A graph. Now when you let go, the string will slip to the right, a couple of hard blows, and it may or may not continue to move. Now you're going to measure that pitch and calculate that difference. Now that difference is due to the string and the pin hysteresis, and that's approximately 20 cents. Now, if the pin had no hysteresis, that difference would be only 5 cents. So here's the hysteresis of the string, here's the hysteresis of the string and the pin, and the difference is due to the pin not returning to the original position when we do the pin tilting. This is the position of the pin after tilting it down and letting go. This is the position after tilting it up and letting it go. You can see that it's a different position. And this is what we find in the experiment I did, and it's also what we find when we're using tilting of the tuning pin to produce a stable string. In fact, what we find is that the string is stable if we do it the right way, and we know how to do it. And that's one of the things that we teach at the International Piano Technician School. Thanks for watching.